of Genshin Impact 5 days ago. Oh no! But it's Genshin. Oh, then they aimed at me. Oh my god, what is this targeting? Not like this. I can't click out of this. We dive into the toxic world of Genshin Impact and the toxicity of this community. We look into Dad's 20,000 bill from his daughter in-game purchases. Then into the chaos caused by the game promotions with KFC and Pizza Hut, leading to dangerous situation. The game also faced backlash for treating extremists unfairly. More worryingly, voice actors face harassment from the community, leading to genuine threats. We uncover some concerning actions by Genshin Impact's parent company to its players. Now, you take it away, Paimon. Oh yeah, Paimon will read the rest, as well as the disturbing lens to which some players would go to. Welcome to the toxic world of Genshin Impact and its community. Oh yeah, my name is Paimon, your best traveling companion, and we are going to be watching internet culture documentary. It is Paimon's mission to spread awareness about the dark realities of internet culture. Oh yeah. I saw someone made a video called misinformation on that video. On this video? Oh, what kind of misinformations do we have here? I heard about the VA harassment. It's with regards to Kainari's VA and Paimon's VA as well. I, a ex-Genshin will be reacting to more about the toxic world of Genshin Impact by Visual Tenor. And I am a perfect person to be watching this because we are current Genshin players and I really adore Furina. Let's check out this video.
Because at the end of the day, I think my biggest problem with this game comes down to purpose. And that is there is no purpose to get...
Excuse me? There is purpose? The story is amazing, I think.
Genshin Impact.
That got a credit card deal of 20,000 Singaporean dollars.
Oh, yeah, the $20,000 thing is a local case. It made headline news locally. No, it's not me. You think I am swimming in money? Huh? You got your facts wrong.
Thanks to his daughter spending it all on Genshin Impact.
I've gone so far as get an email about someone pretending that they have cancer or even one of their children has cancer. Someone said, my child has cancer. Their only wish is to get Ganyu. That's just someone faking it, trying to get a character.
To sum it up, Genshin is an amazing game
Yes, it is.
that I can't recommend to anyone.
Oh no.
Exploring a vast world for the first time is a magical experience for a lot of gamers. But for these open world games, it's not just the size of their maps that's huge. It's the cost to make them. While making their own open world
I see you laugh.
playing game, the game company called Hoyoverse made a huge gamble. They spent over $100 million to develop Genshin Impact.
Earned it back in 9 days.
Only to make it free to play. Genshin Impact is among the most expensive video games to be developed of all time. So if it failed, it might be the end of Hoyoverse. What made this gamble even riskier was that before this, Hoyoverse only ever made mobile games. But Genshin Impact was being made for mobile and major gaming platforms. But the gamble paid off. In just 2 years since its launch, Genshin Impact made $4 billion. Its achievement was unlike anything the gaming world has seen before.
Let's go!
But getting to this
I mean, they do make very fancy character designs. Yes. Wait a minute, I should dress up for this, right? Moment. Ta-da! There we go. Now we'll all dress up for the occasion. Cosplaying as Hu Tao while reacting to a Genshin video. Ain't that perfection? If it's not perfection, I don't know what that is. That's said and done. Let's get it on. You know, physical pain only makes me stronger.
level of success wasn't always a smooth road. Before we start, I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. So today we'll be looking at the insane world of Genshin Impact and the craziness of its community. The dangers of Genshin in real life. On September 28th, 2020, Genshin Impact was released, quickly rising to the top of every known ranking, downloads, revenue, awards. But in order to stay at the top, the game had to keep things fresh. Hoyoverse wasn't just looking to make a splash in the gaming scene, but beyond it as well. So on March 8th, 2021, Genshin Impact teamed up with KFC in China for the game's first ever collaboration. Genshin Impact
it went
characters
really
dressed
well
up
based on what I heard, but I don't know the drama behind it.
for the occasion, promoting KFC combo meals that came with
Why
in-game
would it even be
rewards.
a
During this time,
problem?
players who bought a special KFC combo meal could redeem an in-game item called the Wings of Feasting.
Hey, look, it's me. Those KFC wings actually fit me the most.
There was no other way of getting this item, so Chinese players went to their local KFC outlets in droves. The event was so successful that it became dangerous, with players crowding.
Yes, because many people were camping overnight in China in hopes to get those coupons. People over there can be really crazy when they want their waifu merchandise. It's like almost as crazy as BTS fans, or even worse.
The KFC stores and a threat to public safety, police needed to get involved and shut down KFC establishments. Many camped outside of KFC stores just to be in the front of the line. In the end, getting the
Very
police
true.
involved was the right choice because the stores were so crowded, people started to commit
Holy crap! I understand that, we Genshin waifus are very attractive, but not like this. Goodness gracious.
crimes like stealing character display stands from the store.
Oh yes,
Amidst
that
all the
happened.
chaos, people started stealing Noel cutout. People that were
Yep.
successful in the Noel cutout heist started selling them online.
Just a few months
Wait, what? You got to be kidding. 6,999 cents? What the shit? There's 110 people bidding for this? Nice.
Get some help.
Just a few months into Genshin Impact's release, it became so popular that crowds at real-world events could not be controlled. So on August 29th, 2022, when Genshin
yes,
Impact
even more waifu collaborations.
had a new collaboration with Pizza Hut in China, players should have already learned their lesson, right?
Oh
Is
no.
that true that cops actually shutting down Genshin Impact collaboration event with Pizza Hut? That was the case.
Once again, history repeated itself. Genshin Impact players crowded around the Pizza Hut stores, becoming a danger to themselves and the people around them. Police had to shut down some of the Pizza Hut joints for the same reason as last time,
yes.
public
This is
safety.
new.
Even in
This
Genshin
is
Impact
news, I
events
know.
outside of China, there was always new players causing problems.
There was a
Alright.
girl in the Philippines who stole a cardboard cutout of Klee.
I know someone who would do that if there was a collaboration in Norway. Maybe. No, I trust that this person that I know would never resort to something like that. Exactly. He don't steal. He will bid for it.
In the Hoyo Fest Cafe collab last December, she openly admitted to stealing it.
Oh, it wasn't a dude.
Stealing is
Oh.
nothing compared to some
Oh.
of the horrible things some event attendees have done. 200 people had to evacuate a Genshin Impact event in Seoul, Korea, after someone tweeted that they would set off a homemade explosive there. The actions
Holy
of these
shit.
Genshin Impact players don't reflect the entire community as a whole, but
Exactly. Always remember, a few rotten
someone
eggs do
tweeted
not
that they would
represent
set
the
off a
community
homemade
in the whole.
explosive there. The
Please
actions of
understand
these
that.
Genshin Impact players don't reflect the entire community.
See, a few of the bad eggs don't reflect the whole community. Just 1 out of 10 people are bad.
Community as a whole.
1 out
But
of
this
10.
is what happens occasionally
too
when a lot of
crazy.
players gather together
Oh,
in
yeah,
real
yeah?
life. Thankfully, from these in-person events, we couldn't find any reports of people ending up with lasting consequences. But that's only the beginning of what crazy Genshin Impact fans are capable of, because as you continue watching this video, some of these stories will make you question just how far they can really go. The corrupt
They
sponsorships.
can go even further and beyond. Huh?
When Genshin Impact teamed up with KFC China for collaboration, players in countries outside of China felt left out. So Hoyoverse came up with a plan. On November
If there's one thing about Hoyoverse, is they do kind of take customer feedback to a certain extent. So if one was to write an angry letter to them, chances are they will read it and respond.
25th, 2021, players from the global region finally had the chance to get the Wings of Feasting item from the KFC China collab. By teaming up with Genshin Impact Twitch streamers from around the world, Hoyoverse gave out the Wings of Feasting through their new web event called the Adventurers Guild on Twitch. Their plan was to get the player base to support Twitch streamers. On paper,
Excuse me, is that Nyanas?
was a great move for the community
is.
because
Oh my
players who
God.
bought paid subscriptions to selected Twitch streamers could get the Wings of Feasting while streamers could get more subs. A win-win. But once again, it was too good to be true. While almost everyone loves eating KFC, not everyone loves Twitch streamers. A lot of players were upset that they had to spend money to subscribe to streamers that they'll never watch. But the real problem was what the streamers had to face. Twitch streamer Tectone exposed the contract offered by HoYoverse for them
Tecton. He's a very good streamer. Watching him stream Genshin is very entertaining. Because he likes to do various stupid challenges like 4-Man Barbara versus Oceanit.
This 411
You're
is the
damn
easiest
right.
Which is very interesting to watch.
to be an eligible streamer for this event.
It's a 2-week exclusivity contract, which means you can only stream Genshin Impact for 2 weeks. No other games. And here's the thing for payment. $0.
On top of not being paid, Twitch streamers were not allowed to accept other
shit.
sponsorships or talk negatively about Genshin Impact. Other creators also spoke up against HoYoverse's
good.
contract, resurfacing the community's
yeah,
anger
yeah.
toward the company. But amidst the backlash HoYoverse was facing, innocent content creators were caught in the crossfire. Genshin Impact players flooded Twitter to attack any content creators who accepted
Oh, some Tensha as well. Tensha is a great Genshin streamer. I watch his videos for Genshin content, and it just sucks that many people threaten good creators to just don't do anything Genshin related. Hiya!
the contract, threatening to unsubscribe from them.
There's a lot of people in the Genshin community, smaller Genshin content creators, who reached out to me via Discord, Twitter DM, and they said that they are very anxious about this. And that they're terrified that they accepted the program, right? And they're terrified about what's to come because of how Genshin community retaliated towards this.
In the end, the Adventurers Guild on Twitch event divided the community instead of bringing them together. HoYoverse never responded to the
I remember
backlash
this
from this
one.
event, while streamers suffered the wrath of angry Genshin Impact players.
Despite being a whale back then, I didn't participate in this. I expected this kind of event to happen, so me being a smart person and all, avoided it entirely.
Sadly, this isn't the only time that innocent creators had to pay the price for HoYoverse's actions. The consequences of being a voice actor. So far, HoYoverse
When you become a Genshin voice actor, you get a lot of scrutiny. And because of how rabid and crazy Genshin fans can be, they will dig up shit you did 4 to 5 years ago to haunt you. That shit is crazy. Pretty dangerous. Totally understandable, Seti. I would never judge you for that.
His ambitious ideas led to real-world mayhem. But unlike the frenzy of Genshin fans at KFC, there's another service that delivers harmony with every meal. CookUnity. CookUnity is the first chef-to-you meal delivery service, made up of over 70 chefs who believe that great food cheap for everyone, especially for you guys spend a majority of your time.
I don't think your cooking service delivers to Leah. Unless, you open a Leah brunch, then maybe I can patronize your service. But unfortunately, I can't do that.
Sponsoring this video. This is Anjali. Anjali got into voice acting in their teens. Like a lot of voice actors, Anjali's career started out with minor roles in different films and games. In 2021, Anjali auditioned for Genshin Impact and became the voice of a few NPCs in the game. But as Genshin Impact grew with more updates, so too did Anjali's career. Anjali kept auditioning for more roles in the game and eventually landed the opportunity to voice Dori, a character for Genshin Impact's Sumeru.
I've heard there was some drama behind this. I don't really know what the drama was. Now I'm being caught up. Let's go!
What originally felt like a dream come true, Anjali soon discovered that it would turn into a nightmare. What was supposed to be a new character's exciting announcement ended up to be a mob of upset players over the casting of Dori. The new map drew strong inspiration from South Asian and Middle Eastern cultures, leading some players to accuse HoYoverse of engaging in cultural appropriation. Anjali faced criticism merely for providing the voice of one of the characters. After announcing that they were the voice of Dori, Anjali received inappropriate messages from angry players. At first, Anjali ignored these messages by blocking them, but as the hate grew, they had to turn off DMs. Anjali's story is just one of the many incidents where the Genshin Impact community directed their hate towards the voice actors.
Wow.
Zach Aguilar, the voice of Ether in Genshin Impact, called out players over the repeated harassment.
You go, Ether! I love Zach. Zach's an amazing guy. And he has some very sexy mommy voices. Just saying. Next time, be wary. Your waifu might be voiced by a dude.
The voice actors got on Twitter after he hosted an official Genshin Impact live stream. The poor treatment Genshin Impact voice actors get from the community isn't exclusive to the English dub. Gui Niang, who voiced Kokomi in the Chinese dub of Genshin Impact, had to restrict her live stream because players were unhappy about the character she voiced.
What? Just because you don't like the character doesn't mean you need to shit on the VA. What is their problem? Oh yeah.
Some losers, some actual degenerates, went out of their way to harass the voice actress, the Chinese voice actress for the character, and end up having her like shut down harassment on her live stream.
Even though all the complaints come from a vocal minority, it paints a bad picture for the...
my wife, my twinnie. Do you know that both Felina and me, Yui, share the same birthday, making both of us Libras? And the character I'm cosplaying right now, we are part of the Flat Chest Gang, but we want to thank people on Twitter for making our booba big. Yeah! Thank you.
The entire Genshin Impact community.
This ruins the experience for not only people who aren't toxic, but also voice actors themselves. They'll see what's been happening to voice actors throughout the years, and they won't want to voice act in Genshin Impact simply because they don't want to get attacked and harassed by a community when they've done nothing wrong.
In the end, Genshin Impact players attacking voice actors is just them of a major problem brewing between the community and Hoyoverse, the
Thank you for using Felina for this segment. I very much appreciate it.
Company behind the game. In our next chapter, you'll find out just how far Hoyoverse goes to control the content in the game. The bubble diaper situation. On August 16th, 2023, Genshin Impact Update 4.0 added the new region of Fontaine to the game. While the community welcomed the new content with open arms, there was one feature that players found to be very annoying. When you swim underwater in the game, it causes a bubble effect to appear around their character's hips. The effect was noticeable and started to grab the attention of the Genshin Impact community. This effect was known as the bubble diaper.
Wait, that was drama that you guys knew? I didn't even know. Oh yeah.
Many claim that its intention was to cover up the rear end of characters, and a lot of players found this to be distracting.
And this ain't just on the female characters, no, this is on the male characters too. Fully dressed, well dressed, you know, not showing anything male characters.
Unlike Western games, Genshin Impact has greater restrictions as a Chinese video game. While Hoyoverse has to follow the rules set by the Chinese Communist Party, their attempt to cover up Genshin Impact appears to be a lot worse compared to other Chinese video games.
One of the main reasons I heard from inside is because Genshin Impact as a whole is being heavily scrutinized by the government for literally being the #1 game in the whole world in terms of making and banking revenue. The government actually does control certain aspects of Genshin Impact. Why do you think whenever it's the Moon Festival, they always, or New Year stuff, or all of the major events, anniversaries, it always goes back to Lear. That's because of how the culture of where they built the game is. It's one of the reasons why they renamed the company called Chronosphere and came over to Singapore. They have a little bit more leeway with how they do many things.
China's video game regulations growing stricter in recent years. Players outside of China are worried that they'd also get hit with more rounds of cover-up similar to the bubble diaper incident. But it isn't just graphics. Players realized that their words were being censored too.
It says tank. I wonder why. Tank? It actually does!
The censorship wasn't just limited to words like Taiwan and Hong Kong. Even words that are important for in-game communication, like enemies, can't be seen. This list only appears to be growing. A study conducted on 200 different Chinese mobile games revealed over 180,000 blacklisted
This includes Tower Fantasy. Oh yeah.
Keywords. However, what truly aggravates the community goes beyond the in-game censorship. It's the persistent feeling that their concerns are constantly overlooked. Genshin Impact's Discord is notorious for silencing players, making it difficult for them to voice their opinions when it comes to problems about the game. Because Hoyoverse hardly addresses the complaints, players often use this lack of communication to justify their actions, such as bullying innocent parties, as we've seen with voice actors. But some problems would be bad for Hoyoverse to ignore, because there was one incident that left hundreds of players with a permanently damaged game. The hack that destroyed the game. Even though Genshin Impact is mainly a single-player experience, it does have co-op features. Players have the option to enter their friend's world, where they can assist with various tasks like tackling in-game quests and
I remember this. This was the one whereby person who invited you can delete your entire account. What the fuck? It is crazy.
Challenges for some.
The worst part is, MiHoYo didn't even want to restore the account. Absolute garbage.
Engaging gameplay. It's all about shared fun until August 2023. In what turned into a bleak chapter of Genshin Impact's story, teaming up in co-op mode suddenly became the one thing that you really didn't want to do if you cared about your account. During this period, Chinese players panicked. They realized that in-game objects like treasure chests were permanently missing. Some of these in-game objects were important for story progression, and without them, they couldn't explore the rest of the game. The cause of these disappearing objects could be tied to one playable character, Kaveh. Some players used a third-party software to hack Kaveh, giving him an ability to permanently delete almost anything from the game, even NPCs, which erupted chaos between players. Chinese and English-speaking players alike took to online platforms, warning everyone not to enable the co-op feature. Once a Kaveh hacker deletes your game files, it's gone for good. Not even reinstalling Genshin Impact would bring it back.
Some of the Chinese servers, videos have been going around showing Kaveh deleting stuff like chests, statues, NPCs, etc. While it looks hilarious, repairing or reinstalling your game doesn't fix it.
But even with video clips circulating online, some Genshin Impact players thought that the Kaveh hack was fake. One player even recorded footage of them deleting objects with Nahida, a different character, only to admit later that it was fake. With so much conflicting information spreading around, nobody knew for sure if the Kaveh hack was real or fake, except Hoyoverse. On August 28th, 2023, Genshin Impact's official Reddit account made a post revealing that the Kaveh hack was indeed real. And just a week after videos of the hack circulated online, Hoyoverse quickly fixed the hack. Thankfully, players who were affected by the hack had their accounts restored to normal. Hoyoverse also banned the hackers and are pursuing legal action against them. While we aren't sure what happened to the hackers, it's likely that they'll be punished pretty severely. Lawsuits aren't to be taken lightly.
Well, it only happened to like 100 players, so in the sea of hundreds of millions, this was really more damaging socially than widespread damage.
Especially with Hoyoverse, because in this next situation, getting sued by Hoyoverse is comparable to being caught as an enemy spy. The $70,000 fine. We already learned in the previous chapter that Genshin Impact is mainly a single-player experience.
70,000 fine. You could get all of the waifus to maximum constellation along with their weapons. Refinement 5 as well. Wait, I don't think that's even enough.
With limited co-op features. But some players in the community take it far more seriously than multiplayer games. Major updates usually add new characters, so players want to know if it's worth spending premium in-game currency to unlock them. That's
me and Hu Tao, me and Farina, me and Raiden Sugar, me and Eula. Never again.
Why a large portion of the community would do everything they can to find out what's happening in the next update. One of these people is Xing Hair, a Chinese Genshin Impact player. In January 2022, he got access to the...
Hey! How dare you call me out like that? Mari, huh? Yes, sure. I fucked up. I have E7 Eula. Okay. Come on, Eula. Come on. Yeah, boy!
Wow. There you go.
What the?
Oh, another Eula?
What?
You got 2 Eulas on this one?
But you didn't even need that one. If you got that earlier, it would have been useful. Like the one rose, you'll need 2 Eulas. You get 2 Eulas.
Now you have a spare Eula for nothing?
But this was just a mistake.
No accident.
It will never happen again. I make sure of it.
The Genshin Impact version 2.5 private beta test. After signing an NDA, Xinghe was able to experience all the new features ahead of regular players. Wanting to share his new discoveries, Xing recorded his gameplay and shared it to his friend, but that was a terrible decision that cost him everything. His friend shared the gameplay online, breaching the NDA that Xing signed. HoYoverse tracked down the source of the footage right back to Xinghe and sued him for 500,000 Chinese yuan, or about $70,000 US. That's the fine you'd expect for someone caught spying in China. In a post he made online, Xing revealed how betrayed he felt because of his friend. About the leak, I've always been very careful. That friend I've known for years. I trusted him and told him not to spread it to outside sources, but I didn't think that I would get backstabbed today. Xing also revealed that he doesn't have the means to pay the fine worth $70,000. While we aren't sure what happened to him after he made this post, we're sure of one thing. HoYoverse takes data breach.
What? All that for some clout? Is it really worth it? This is why you need to really choose your friends carefully, especially in the internet.
Which is very seriously. Back in 2021, HoYoverse made it clear that they weren't messing around, going after 7 players with lawsuits each at around $70,000 US for leaking unreleased content of the game. And just when the leaks wouldn't stop coming, in October 2022, HoYoverse suffered a massive data breach. Not only were 36 weeks of upcoming content exposed to the public, but employee information was leaked too, which led many people wondering maybe it didn't take too much effort to actually breach HoYoverse's security. A 4chan user in June 2023 leaked so much Genshin Impact artwork that the user even insulted HoYoverse for their incompetence. You are a multi-million company.
Wow, I remember this one. He leaked a concept art all the way back in June for Fontaine. Like, holy crap, that was low-key impressive.
You could tighten your security. You do not, however. Your company is so open to how easy it is to breach, so it's just a matter of time before somebody creates their own art book. You should try and get a profit at least. It turns out HoYoverse's cybersecurity has been a problem since the very beginning of Genshin Impact. Security options like 2-factor authentication weren't available for mobile devices, and on October 19th, 2020, not even 2 months into the game's release, hackers were able to steal player phone numbers through the HoYoverse website. This issue was only fixed on November 9th, 2020, but it took them all.
No wonder I've been getting random advertisements on my phone when I play Genshin. Like 3 months in, it came in crazy.
Almost an entire year to finally add 2-factor authentication in May 2021. HoYoverse may be taking harsh action against those who leak confidential information, but it's nothing compared to what China would do to Genshin Impact creators who go against them. Because sometimes just making the wrong kind of Genshin Impact videos could land you in prison. 10 years in prison over Genshin Impact. On January 18th, 2022, Italian physicist Giorgio Parisi was on the verge of a major milestone in his life. He was about to receive his Nobel Prize from the Italian Senate over a Zoom meeting, but unfortunately, his achievement would never be remembered as an honorable moment, but instead, probably one of the most embarrassing moments in Zoom call history. Somebody managed to hijack the call and played an inappropriate video of Final Fantasy VII's Tifa Lockhart.
That guy. You might be a loser in the professional working world, but in the internet, you're a winner.
Moment became a legendary internet meme overnight. But what a lot of people don't remember is that seconds before the Zoom hijacker was removed, he played a clip of Xiangling from Genshin Impact as well. While Xiangling didn't share the same meme status that Tifa did, this might have been for the best, because the animator for the Xiangling Not Safe for Work video was about to get into serious trouble.
Oh, it's from Shirakami. Shirakami makes amazing stuff, but I thought they're still going, right?
Shirakami, the animator, has a Twitter following of over 560,000 and rose to online fame with his inappropriate Genshin Impact animations. However, he mysteriously went silent and vanished from the internet on December 12th, 2022. It wasn't until 6 months later that his fans would uncover the story behind his sudden disappearance. In July 2023, Shirakami was arrested in China for violating censorship laws. He could potentially face up to 10 years in prison for distributing and profiting off of inappropriate material. His Patreon—
Wait, what? Why? Shirakami makes good stuff.
—raked in over 1,830,000
I didn't know. I thought it was still going. Oh no.
Chinese yuan, or about 250,000 US dollars, which Chinese authorities deemed as unlawful. Shirakami's arrest struck fear in the community of Chinese NSFW creators. Some of them even deleted their accounts, afraid that they would end up the same way. Shirakami's story serves as a reminder that working on the wrong kind of Genshin Impact content could get you in trouble. But even if you're innocent, just working for Genshin Impact can be a problem. For one unlucky Hoyoverse—
I didn't even know that was a problem because I thought that Shirakami was still active. You're not active at all. So it was just people resharing Shirakami's content. Hiya.
Staff
I'm not
member,
really
her
up
first
to the
day on the
times.
job was thrown into chaos thanks to the Genshin Impact community. The worst job ever. We've already revealed earlier in this video that Hoyoverse is infamous for not responding to their player base. But what if you had the power to change that? Janice rose to the opportunity to do just that. After 5 years of working at Bandai Namco Entertainment Asia as their social media and PR manager, Janice made a major career move. On September 28, 2021, she joined Hoyoverse as their new global PR manager. But on the first day of her job, Janice had to deal with gaming's worst PR disaster of all time. Genshin Impact's first anniversary event.
I know this problem. I hate to admit it, but we Genshin fans can be a little toxic sometimes. Oh yeah.
For the Genshin Impact community, the anniversary event was the final straw that broke the camel's back. Throughout the year, Hoyoverse responded with silence whenever the community aired their frustrations toward earlier updates. So when the anniversary event was revealed and it offered players little to no changes, they were more upset than ever.
Whenever the servers go down for maintenance, players are given an average of 300 Primo Gems as a form of compensation. You are getting more Primo Gems here compared to the rewards of the game's 1-year anniversary.
The anniversary offered 100 Primo Gems, the game's
Only
premium
100.
currency.
It was really a huge oversight on their end. Very stupid though.
They took part in the social media event. Clearly, this wasn't even given freely in-game, and it's not what the community wanted. Once again, Hoyoverse ignored the player base's disappointment toward the anniversary. But this time, the players fought back. Janice suddenly found herself dealing with the biggest protest in Genshin history. From 4.6 stars on the Google Play Store to 1.9 stars, Genshin Impact was getting review bombed.
I mean, good grief, look at all the negative reviews they've had over this anniversary event. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's so absurd.
But it didn't stop there. Not only were players giving 1-star reviews to Hoyoverse's other games, but even random apps like Google Classroom were left with angry reviews, putting the
unbelievable
blame on Genshin Impact. On platforms like Discord, mods were dealing with criticism of the anniversary event, which made the community
the TT die moment.
Push even further by spamming the Discord server, flooding every channel with stickers. Janice wasn't just forced to clean up the mess from this anniversary event. It was the aftermath of Hoyoverse's lack of communication throughout the year. As one Redditor puts it, it's not the lack of rewards, it's the silence. Genshin Impact's community really crossed the line. Janice, on the first day of her job, became a target for the players as well. Comments on the article congratulating Janice for joining Hoyoverse had to be locked due to all the negative comments. Even the article itself was removed. In the end, the backlash was too much for Hoyoverse to handle. The company gave in and broke the silence, promising more rewards for the players. But at this point, it was too late. The community felt like these new rewards weren't given out for the anniversary, but were given out for damage control. Because of her experience at Hoyoverse, Janice—
This this wasn't the only reason. I'm very sure there were many other reasons as to why they were upset. But he covers the main few.
Left the company.
The most
For many,
important.
working at a big game studio like HoYoverse can be seen as a badge of honor. But for Janice, it doesn't seem like she associates herself with the company, having removed any mention of it from her LinkedIn profile. Even after leaving HoYoverse, the awful things that Janice had to deal with as their PR manager seem to have caused her to take a break from the gaming industry. But the horrible messages she received from the community are nothing compared to the cruel acts capable of some Genshin Impact players, because a few of them would even take lives just for this game. A diehard fan's dreadful behavior. In our last chapter, you saw what happened when a company was completely
I said low-key want another way for shit to his Hoyo, because it's too comfortable with neglect. But they don't... But I thought they'd do something decent now. I'm just an average Genshin enjoyer, so I don't dive too deep.
Out of touch with its players. This time, we're exploring a different angle, when players lose their grip on reality. On July 28th, 2023, a Reddit user named Snoo2612 made a controversial post on the Genshin Impact subreddit. The post talked about the toxic side of the Chinese Genshin Impact community, especially toward one...
Quality of life changes, and 4.3, everything's forgiven. Well, they do listen to people, right, Seti? You are a dedicated Genshin player. Together with Murray, quality of life seems very good. They are listening to a certain extent. At least they come around after 3 years.
Character, Wanderer. The user explained how these fans went beyond the game, targeting not just fans of Wanderer, but also the character's voice actor, Lu Yin, during a live event. It didn't stop there. Wanderer haters even went as far as doxing the writers behind the character. They reported Wanderer to the authorities for being a depiction of a war criminal. Unfortunately for them, both of these attempts ended up failing. When that didn't work, they crossed a serious line on a messaging app called Telegram, where one person shared very upsetting videos involving cats. So I can't go into full detail on YouTube, but since they were associated with Wanderer's in-game cat form, what I can say is that the cats sadly didn't survive. This was a harsh reminder of how intense fandoms can negatively...
What the hell? You're taking your frustration on poor kitties? What's wrong with you?
Spill over into reality. According to the Reddit user, the motivation behind these awful acts is simply because they don't like the Wanderer character.
Many Chinese male players see him as a real enemy and not a fictional enemy. They are offended by his attitude. His talking pisses them off. The CN players are used to being flattered in a game world, so they can't tolerate a brat.
For them, doing everything they can to ruin real lives over Wanderer is apparently sending a message to HoYoverse. When Snoo2612 made this post on Reddit, it was met with skepticism. Some Reddit users thought that there was no way that bad apples in the Chinese Genshin Impact community could be this toxic, but they were quickly proven wrong. Another Reddit user discovered that Snoo2612 was doxxed on Chinese forums after exposing the Wanderer controversy. Wanderer haters were calling Snoo a traitor to China and claimed that they found the Reddit user's real name. Snoo ended up making an update to their original post. In the update, Snoo apologized to Wanderer fans for making the Reddit post. Additionally, they asked those engaging in doxing to refrain from targeting the woman in Snoo's Twitter profile, clarifying that it was not a photo of themselves. It's hard to believe why some people would commit such disgusting acts over a fictional character. It may be just a small minority of the player base, but hopefully this is the darkest the Genshin Impact community gets. Video games are meant to be fun. There might be some things that we're not happy about, but there's never any justification to hurt others. Our voices matter, but we have to communicate them in the same way we'd want others to listen to us, because two wrongs don't make a right. Visual Venture.
This is not negative times negative equals positive. Get your head in the game.
Wait, before you go, click this playlist right here to watch more dark internet documentaries, because the algorithm will promote my channel more if you guys watch multiple videos. Thank you guys so much and have an absolutely wonderful
And thank you for sharing with me, getting me all caught up with Genshin drama. Yeah, you know, one of the other crazier drama was actually from Honkai Impact, having the girls dressed in bunny suits and dancing to an MMD got them to some serious trouble as well. The people over there are kind of crazy.